If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers, and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Those of you who have been following the channel from the get-go, or for a while, and kind of understand my background. From I was 4 years old, growing up in Jonestown, I wanted to become a police officer like Tom Levine. That's the police officer who have, so far, there's no other police officer that even can come close to him. Maybe Isaiah Lang, Trinity, and Ladrick Henry. Yes, and I don't think any of them have killed over 100 men. But Tom Levine, as you hear that detective from Radication said earlier, that Tom Levine has killed over 200 men, in which I have no reason to disbelieve that officer, because based on the information that I have gathered when I was a young police officer, that it was the number was like 180, but that detective confirmed that it's over 200. So, and that's the man that I wanted to be. So I can tell you that the first time I've seen this man on YouTube, his name is Dunn. I don't remember his first name, but I can tell you that his anti-police rhetoric is dangerous, and why you shouldn't fall for it. So that's why I tell you, people must love to read. If you don't read and you just watch things, especially from people who are dishonest, they will mislead you. So this man has done a video about the Road Traffic Act, and he's making it look like a victory for criminal, that people can drive around without police asking them for papers. Yes, that's yes, but he did not tell the audience the entire thing. So when I first came across Mr. Dunn on YouTube, it became clear to me as a former police officer that he is not just critical of the police, but openly hostile to the very idea of law and order. Let me say this plainly. Once you dedicate your platform to antagonizing and undermining those who put their lives on the line to protect others, you lose credibility. And Mr. Dunn has no credibility left. Misrepresenting the facts, Mr. Dunn mislead people by distorting laws and policy changes, such as the Road Traffic Act Amendment of 2025 to fit his anti-police agenda. He portrays the modernization efforts as if they were victories against police powers. But the truth is, these reforms improve service delivery for public and strengthen law enforcement tool for our police. His rhetoric deliberately ignores the fact, and it's right there. But If you know an honest liar, show me one. So this black, man disrespecting the badge. Every officer who wears the badge swears to protect life and property, even at their personal risk. Criticism of policing practices is healthy, but Mr. Dunn goes far beyond that. He belittles officers, celebrates when he thinks they are defeated, and emboldens those who have no respect for law and order. So this man is a criminal enabler. What he never acknowledged is the reality. Police work is dangerous and often thankless. And I can speak to that because, as I said before, at nights we'll be patrolling all of these garrison communities, mostly PMP, LGBTQ plus criminal organization communities, to protect these people. And they are the same ones who hate us. So you understand what I'm saying? Officers deal with situation he couldn't imagine. And his comments actively erode public trust, making communities less safe. Hypocrisy and opportunism. Mr. Dunn seemed to cherry-pick moments when government actions appear to weaken the police authority. And he cheers even though the very same government and laws have built the environment in which he freely speaks. He wants the protection of law and order without ever supporting the people who provide it. That's hypocrisy. What matters? People like Mr. Dunn are not just annoying voices online. Their words matter because they influence others, people who have low IQ and can't think and are criminal-minded as he is. When they glorify anti-police attitudes, they embolden lawbreakers, spread misinformation, and damage a fragile relationship between communities and those who sworn to protect. That's dangerous for everyone. And that's why you have men like Squash in a federal prison right now in a Florida year. Reason being, because him listen to the dummies them, the anti-police them at True Island stores, what tell him say him can't walk with gun in America, although him here illegally. So yeah, just that you understand. So I don't expect Mr. Dunn to change, but I do expect the public to see through him. His hostility towards police is rooted in resentment and ignorance, not justice or truth. You don't have to like every police officer you meet, but don't let Mr. Dunn or anyone like him convince you that the police are your enemy. They are your neighbors, your defender, and the thin line between order and chaos. Mr. Dunn has chosen to stand against the people who stand up for you. Don't let his bitterness become your belief. Support those who serve and reject those who sow division. Mr. Dunn, Mr. Dunn, Mr. Dunn, for real, Mr. Dunn is not somebody that you're to look up to. So we're going to tell you now what really happened. So I had watched the video. A policeman sent it to me. That's why I tell us reading is very important. So I read the article carefully, and here is the clear answer. Yes, the new Road Traffic Amendment Act of 2025 removed the requirement for motorists to physically present their motor vehicle registration and certificate of fitness documents to a police officer, constable when stopped. Key points from the article: the old law requires drivers to have physical copies of these documents to show them to a constable upon demand. The new amendment passed July 1st, 2025 explicitly removed this requirement. Class 3 of the bill removed the mandatory requirement for drivers to provide evidence of motor vehicle registration and fitness for inspection upon demand by a constable. Drivers will not be penalized for failing to present these documents anymore. The offense under subsection 3 of the original act, which punished failure to present document, has been removed. Instead, the government is moving to fully electronic system where fitness and registration information is available digitally and can be checked by the authorities without requiring the driver to carry paper documents or decals. In short, as the implementation of this amendment started July 21st, 2025, drivers in Jamaica are no longer obligated to show paper copies of their registration and fitness to the police when stopped, and there are no penalties for failing to do so. This change aligns with the government goals to modernize, reduce costs, and improve efficiency by moving away from outdated paper-based system. So, so what Mr. Dunn is saying, like in a victory for criminal. Mr. Dunn's video is misleading, intellectually dishonest, and dangerously anti-police. He twisted the intent of the Road Traffic Act of 2025, portraying it as victory over police authority, when in fact it's simply a modernization of Jamaica's motor vehicle and enforcement system. The law's purpose, Mr. Dunn claims the law weakened police powers. That's a lie. Truth, the law modernize and digitize vehicle registration and fitness checks. Paper documents and decals become obsolete because police can now verify everything through secure electronic system, faster, more accurate, less prone to corruption. Mr. Dunn, he suggests police can no longer stop driver to enforce traffic law. Truth, police still have full authority to stop vehicle for a legitimate reason. The only change is they no longer rely on physical documents. They access the data digitally. So everything is online now. Dummy. Freedom for criminals. Mr. Dunn sarcastically claimed that police now have no excuse and that this law helps the people. Truth, this reform actually strengthens law enforcement by giving them real-time access to data and reducing document frauds. So when people used to walk around with bandola fitness, bandola registration, that can't happen now. So it's a victory for the police them. So this man is a liar. This is hypocrisy. Mr. Dunn often derides government and calls it oppressive, but now applauds it only because he perceives it as weakening police. This exposes bias. His joy is not rooted in justice, but in hostility towards law enforcement. The Broad Vision Speed, the government's speed initiative, streaming process for efficiency and economic development, aims to modernize Jamaica's infrastructure. This isn't about removing police power. It's about bringing road safety and enforcement into the digital age. This is not a victory for criminals, it's a win for all Jamaicans. Digital modernization, better law enforcement tool, reduce corruption and fraud, faster and more efficient services. Mr. Dunn's anti-police rhetoric undermines the truth. He misleads the public, vilifies the police, emboldening lawbreakers while ignoring the benefits of this reform for everyone. The Road Traffic Act of 2025 doesn't weaken the police, it empowers them and serves the nation. So this one is a lie. The amendment is not a loophole for lawbreakers, it's not a shield for criminals, it's a national upgrade, and Jamaicans should reject any narratives that tries to paint it otherwise. So Mr. Dunn, it's not only that this man is a liar, the man is a pathological liar. So Jamaican original Road Traffic Act, which dates back to the mid-20th century, require motorists to affix physical decals, license disc on their vehicles, carry paper registration and certificate of fitness documents, and present these documents upon demand to a police officer. These requirements, while sensible decades ago, became increasingly inefficient and problematic in modern contexts. Why? Paper documents and decals were easily forged or lost. I'm not tell them that police waste time verifying or chasing outdated records. Drivers too often face unnecessary penalties for administrative oversights, even when fully compliant in the system. The government's manual record keeping made it difficult to detect fraud, enforce compliance efficiently, and coordinate between agencies. When prompted the change, the Jamaican government on the speed policy, streamlining processes for efficiency and economic development, decided to modernize road users management. Globally, many countries have moved towards digital vehicle registration and fitness system, where records are centralized and accessible to authorized personnel in real time. That means police. There is less opportunity for fraud. Enforcement is smarter and more targeted. The public enjoy more convenience. For example, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago and parts of the US already allow police to verify fitness and registration electronically. So all of the police that do in America, when they stop you, they ask if your insurance. That's all. They ask if you know registration and all of these things. In Florida, you know, say like the year and the month, you have a little decal you put on your vehicle, and even that Florida I get rid of too. Country like Estonia has eliminated physical license altogether in favor of fully digital vehicle and driver databases. So what the 2025 amendment does, specifically, the Jamaican Parliament passed the Road Traffic Amendment Act of 2025 on July 1st, 2025, which removes the requirement to display or carry physical decal and documents motorists no longer need to show. That means a registration certificate of fitness, decals upon stop by police. Police officers now have access this information directly through secure and digital system. So previously, certificates were valid for 1 year. The amendment extend the validity 5 years for a new vehicle, 2 years, 20 months or 6 months for others depending on the vehicle category. This means fewer trips to the tax office and lower costs for a compliant motor vehicle. Since documents are no longer a requirement, the penalty for failing to produce them are removed as well. So the amendment aligned with Jamaica's digital transformation goal, cutting costs, increasing transparency and improving service delivery. This law does not prevent police from stopping vehicles. Police still have the right to stop motor vehicles, stop for reasonable suspicion of violation, check compliance with road safety law, enforce all other provisions of the Road Traffic Act. The difference now is that officers no longer rely on paper but instead verify compliance through interagency database. Why Mr. Dunn interpretation is flawed? Some, like Mr. Dunn, have claimed the law represent a defeat for the police or a loophole for lawbreaker. This is incorrect and misleading. Instead of weakening the police, the law actually gives them better tools and better data in real time, while eliminating outdated practices that frustrate both officers and motorists. For example, before an officer stop you, ask for documents, you forget them, you get fined or detained even though your record is clean. Now, presently, now, after July 25, now, officer stop you, check your status electronically, and lets you go if compliant, no unnecessary hassle. Why this matters for Jamaica? This reform reduces opportunity for bribery and document fraud. You know, police them love eat or food and them thing. They could, beg police them, what I mean. Yeah. Save taxpayers' money by eliminating costly printing for decal and paper. Cut red tapes and improve trust between citizen and law enforcement. Bring Jamaica closer to international standard. So the Road Traffic Amendment Act of 2025, a step towards modernization and efficiency, a benefit to both motorists and police, a reflection of global best practices. Mr. Dunn anti-police rhetoric overlook the fact that this is a national upgrade, not a weakening of enforcement. Rather than celebrate the feat of law enforcement, Jamaicans should recognize it as a move towards transparency, professionalism, and fairness. Mr. Dunn is not only a liar, but he's a pathological liar, a man who is a conscience. This man lies like breathing. Mr. Dunn's video is misleading, intellectually dishonest, and dangerously anti-police. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica, Young Police Channel out. Fire for Mr. Dunn.